Hello friends, Galactic kin. Today we are going to remember together how to activate the fibers of galactic DNA. This information may cause you a internal shock. When I remembered this information I really shook completely, and that's why it's important that you know this information so that you can activate the fibers of your galactic DNA. Well, let's get started. What is galactic DNA really? In conventional science, only the double helix DNA, which is the one that, well, we all learned in school, which is the one who sees the physical. This would be 10%, but the other 90%. It is precisely this activation of these following fibers until reaching to galactic DNA. This 90% is your dormant potential. So we're going to start from fiber 1 to fiber 3, which are the most basic fibers, that we could say that this is the physical DNA. In which we live a stage of survival, a stage of limiting beliefs, and we are totally immersed in the matrix, in 3D. This would be if you find yourself in these fibers, in fiber 1 to fiber 3. Now follows fiber 4, 5 and 6, which is that of your higher self. The higher being is the one who chooses experiment in the matter. In these fibers, grows and evolves, which is the process in which most of us are human beings here on Earth, and that is the bridge between your human personality, your egoic personality, and the plane's higher consciences. In these fibers your plan dwells divine, the plan that you come to develop on Earth, your life mission, your purpose. When you activate these fibers, do you remember why you came to Earth? And you begin to align your life. Now we move on to the next fibers. When you activate fiber 7, 8 and 9. This is your purest version and crystalline. In these three fibers 7, 8 and 9, contains all the accumulated wisdom of all your experiences on Earth, that is, all your incarnations. It is pure consciousness because it is all learning that you have accumulated, where you have been and what that you have lived here on Earth. By activating these fibers 7, 8 and 9, you access a much more perspective wide of your existence, you connect with the group consciousness of your soul family. Unlike fibers 4, 5 and 6 where you only act and you activate your higher self, in fibers 7, 8 and 9 you already realize that you belong to a soul group and you start to locate it and you begin to know which soul group you belong to. Fibers 10, 11 and 12, which are the last fibers that are activate, is the galactic avatar. This is where we really activate our DNA. Galactic, and it is where we enter, or you enter, your divine being original, your direct and uninterrupted connection with the source, with the universe, with everything. Here's something very important. In these last fibers, which are fiber 10, 11 and 12, you have no form. You are pure crystalline consciousness and unconditional love. When you are activating these fibers you are purely crystal consciousness, you become a conscious channel from the source, and from here you are a conscious co-creator of the source. When we activate each of these fibers that are from fiber 1 to fiber 12, these fibers are antennas that will tune into higher frequencies of your own being, and every time you go entering and activating the fibers, if you are in the first 3 fibers, you're going to see all the other versions of yourself. What happens when you activate these fibers? You stop operating from the mind and you begin to develop from the awareness. You regain your divine abilities, that they are telepathy, bilocation, communication with other dimensions, and the access to timeless information. The only thing left for me to say is active your memory, activate your potential, activate your DNA fibers galactic. In this here and now. And well, that would be all for me. Thank you for being there. Hugs and see you next time.